Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth for a quick second. Um, Girl, I was really gonna either not make a video. I was still trying to debate whether or not I was gonna make a video today or just wait until tomorrow because I know Real Housewives of Beverly Hills it just came on. So I was like, should I? Should I not? I could wait till tomorrow. Maybe I can just chill and watch some TV. And I was like, and then I got online, girl. I said, see, this is the problem. See, I have to do my job. And my job is reporting the mess. Okay? So it's kind of like, and if I don't do it, then who gonna do it? Okay? Girl, last night we went live. Let me tell y'all something. For those who don't know, last night I went live. And girl, we were talking about Beyonce, Khalees, and all that mess, right? And we were talking about Beyonce, and I was saying how like I felt like vocally this is like the best I've ever heard her sound on her album, blah blah blah. And then somehow we got on Trick Daddy. I forgot. I think I mentioned Trick Daddy. Like, girl, somebody need to get Trick Daddy on the phone so he can hear. And then I was also, I guess, kind of taken up for Trick Daddy because I made a comment. Girl, listen, I made a comment, and I was basically saying how Trick Daddy is probably of a certain age where, when you are a part of a different generation, you don't really go up for the girls like Beyonce. And I was saying because I thought that Trick Daddy. Honestly, I thought that Trick Daddy was probably about 55, and that's really still not that too far off in age where you don't know or can't appreciate someone like Beyonce, right? I could see maybe if you were like 70, 80, you'll be like, girl, I don't care about no Beyonce. I'm trying to listen to a girl, Patty and, Aretha and Shaka, right? I could see that, right? So I was thinking in my head that Trick Daddy wasn't necessarily 60, but I really thought that Trick Daddy was around 55. So I was like, well, that's probably why he thinks that Beyonce can't sing, because he's probably used to the vocalists like, like the Stephanie Mills and the Karen Whites and the, like the Patti LaBelle's. And we all know these people, right? But I'm like, that's probably why he doesn't really care for Beyonce's voice. And then somebody said, Rodney, he only 47. What I say, no, he ain't. I said, no, he not. I said, baby, Trick Daddy not no 47. Trick Daddy ain't no 47. Baby, I politely got this iPad, and the Google said that man was 47. So basically, it was just funny because I did not know that Trick Daddy was 47 years old. And then here go the diva. Well, Boosie is 39. Boosie ain't no 39. Boosie ain't 39 because baby, I'm 39. And I know me and Boosie don't look nothing alike in age. Okay? So if I'm 39 and Trick Daddy 47, and 47 ain't too far off from 39, okay? Because quiet as it's kept, I'm pushing 40 in October, okay? And October ain't too far around the corner. So if Trick Daddy 47, I'm 39, Boosie 39, then I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So I guess Trick Daddy just don't like Beyonce. That was consensus, okay? Because I'm thinking the reason why he probably didn't think Beyonce could sing was because he was a man of a particular age. About 55, 56, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I thought that, because even last night when I got off the live, I was like, why were you thinking that Trick Daddy was 55? Somewhere around that age. I guess one, because of the way that he looks, but I forgot that Trick Daddy does have an illness too. I forgot he's sick, right? But girl, it's a lot of girls walking around here with illnesses, and they don't look nothing like Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy, like I told y'all, what my grandmama used to say. I don't know if my grandmother remember even saying this, but I remember my grandmother said one time for the girls who don't realize what's going on. When you run the streets, you look like the streets, and the streets are rough. That's what my grandmama said. That's what my grandmama said. My grandmama said, girl, when you run the streets, you look like the streets. And the streets are rough. So, girl, I just want everybody to moisturize and drink their water and, girl, eat their veggies. Because if not, you're going to be walking around here looking like Trick Daddy and Boosie. Like I said, girl, Boosie mama look like, baby, Boosie looked like his mama was smoking Black and Mouse and, girl, Paul Masson and OE when she was pregnant with him the whole time. Not just the beginning, because a lot of women drink when they girl quiet as it's kept. A lot of women get pregnant because they drunk. So at the beginning of the pregnancy, girl, a lot of the women be drinking, right? But girl, once they find out they pregnant, some of them, I'm hoping most of y'all, you cut it out. But girl, it looked like Boosie Mama. She said, "I'm not putting the bottle down. I'm not putting the bottle down. I'm not putting down this cigarette. I'm not putting down this cigarette. I'm not putting down this Black and Mild. And this baby gonna come out and it's gonna be what it's gonna be." I said, "I know that's right." Anyways, child, that was funny. That was so hilarious last night. I did not know Trick Daddy was 47 years old. I just did not know. I did not know. And then that's what I was saying last night. I don't know why I didn't think that, because him and Trina are like close in age, right? So I don't know why I thought that Trick Daddy was way up here. I know that Trina, how old is Trina? Trina's somewhere in her 40s, I know. She got to be. Early 40s, maybe. I guess I could Google it. How old is Trina? Let me see real fast. But I thought that Trick Daddy was about 55, honey. Oh, Trina 47. Okay, Trina 47 too. Okay, so Trina 47. But see, Trina is a good looking 47. Okay. Trick Daddy ain't not no good looking 47. And Boosie ain't no good looking 39. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. You know who gets on my nerves? Drew Sidora. This is the thing, right? I realized a long time ago that when it comes to the Housewives, and I know that I was part of this group too, that whenever it's like the new girl on the block, nobody ever likes the new girl. We don't never like the new girl. You see how everybody hates Sanya? Everybody last year hated Drew. Now people are really not necessarily paying attention to Drew. Now the hate is for Sanya. So again, I've just come to the conclusion that anytime it's a girl in her first season, she's not going to be liked, right? I don't like the one and done. If you're going to give a girl a peach, I think they should at least have the peach for at least. Girl, what? Hold up. My sister calling me. All right, y'all. Didn't want nothing, child. Girl, they called me twice. And I'm like, well, girl, maybe something going on. All right, so what was I saying? Drew. Anyway, let's just get into Drew. I don't really too much care for like the one and done Housewives. I think that the girl should at least, if they get a peach, they should at least have their peach for at least 2 seasons at a minimum, right? However, Drew was on, and I still don't think that Drew should be kicked off the show. She just get on my nerves. I just wanted to say that. Drew was on Watch What Happens Live. I'm going to put the link to the clip in the description box so you can listen to it for yourselves. But she was on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy asked her basically about Sanya and Sanya not wanting to have another child. And of course, Drew is the one on the show who still thinks, unfortunately, like, I'm sure that Drew isn't the only one who thinks the way that she thinks, right? I guess in a traditional, if that's what y'all want to call it, a traditional way of thinking. But, in her true 1950s housewife way of thinking, she basically says that, they should be on the same page. I wrote down some of the things. They should be on the same page. her duty as a wife. If she doesn't do it, someone else will. She has this, I guess, this business called Mommy Nation. She never gave a reason. So this is what I have to say. And again, I'm going to put the link to the clip in the description box so you can go hear her say it out of her mouth, right? So the whole thing about being on the same page, I definitely agree with that, right? I think that when you get into a relationship, once you start to move into establishing a family, that you should definitely be, try and as close as you can be to one band, one sound, right? However, we know that life does not work that way. So in Sanya's case, since that's who we're talking about, I don't know the ins and outs of Sanya's and her husband's relationship. They've only been on the show for one season. I never kept up with Sanya or her husband outside of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and honestly, I still don't to this day. So from what I've seen on the show, what Sanya has said as far as the reasoning, and one thing I want to add too, there doesn't have to be a reason. She didn't give me a reason. She didn't say anything that was medical. Why does it have to be something like I don't have to have some type of medical excuse for me not to want to have a baby? But in Sanya's case, she gave reasons why she did not want to have another baby. I don't know if y'all caught this, but I remember saying this in my review at the beginning of the season. If you go back and listen, if you go back and watch, if you want to or whatever, of the show, Sanya literally said that she did not want to have another baby because she didn't feel, I can't remember her exact words, but she didn't feel she got the support that she needed from her husband when I guess her son was younger. So she felt like her and her son were abandoned by her husband. And then also I found out, someone put that, I forgot that Sanya had went to the TCBY. For the girls know that she had went to, she found out she was pregnant and basically she chose not to, carry the pregnancy out. So she went to handle her business. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. And also she felt like at that point, in that point in her life, she didn't receive the support that she felt that she should have received from her husband. So you have two examples of Sanya voicing not receiving support from her husband. So let's just say that Sanya and her husband were on the same page before they got married. And let's just say they wanted this big family and Sanya was going to have 4 or 5 kids, right? That was the agreement. We get into the marriage, right? I have one example of me not feeling supported or receiving the support that I need from you when we decided not to go through with this pregnancy, right? Now I have another example of now I finally have a baby and I don't receive the support from you that I need. So why would Sanya then put herself in another position after she has example after example, just to turn around and have a baby just because her husband won't one? Because based off of what Sanya has said, the shop needs to be closed. Now, I'm not saying that Ralph is this trifling, disgusting, sorry, not Ralph, well, we know he is. What's his name? Rossi? Whatever she called her husband. I don't even remember the man's name. I'm not saying that he's this trifling man and she needs to divorce him. But girl, clearly she don't need to have no more children from him. And the same way Drew wants to get on Watch What Happens Live and says, if you don't have a baby by him, then he can go have a baby by somebody else. And while he having that baby by somebody else, I can find, look, Rossi, a new stepdaddy. Y'all see how this shit work? Y'all give these niggas too much motherfucking power, okay? The same way he can go out there and find another woman to have a baby, I can go out there and find a new stepdaddy for little Doosie. So what's she? I don't think it's necessarily Sanya not living up or not holding out her end of the bargain or the agreement, if that's what they agreed to, a big family. I don't know. I think based off what Ross has presented to her, she has every right to go back to the drawing board and say, yeah, I know I agreed to this, but baby, you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a father and as a husband. That area you're lacking in. So I'm gonna bow out gracefully, and hopefully this marriage can last. If not, then girl, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't think Sonya's wrong for that. And then another thing too, why are y'all acting? Let me bring this up. Why are y'all acting like having a baby is just so easy, willy nilly, and girl, you should just do it? I'm gonna put the article. I'm gonna put this in the description box. It says Black women. This was an article from prb.org. This was from December 6, 2021. Black women over 3 times more likely to die in pregnancy, postpartum than white women, new research finds. So why are y'all acting like just having a baby is just, girl, just have a baby bomb, girl. It's easy. Just have a baby. Just do this, girl. Yeah, and she might die too. That's one thing that I don't like about Drew. But the truth of the matter is, she got it from her mama and her daddy. That way of thinking, Drew got from that preacher mama of hers and her daddy, whoever her daddy is, wherever her daddy at, girl. That's what she got it from. And 10 times out of 10, she gonna pass it on to her daughter. She mentions Sanya having mommy nation. She's a mommy. The way Drew made it seem as though, I mean, she has mommy nation. So in order for her to have a business called Mommy Nation, she got to have 55 kids. She has one child. That makes her a mommy. Therefore, that goes in line with Mommy Nation. Drew makes me sick. They asked Contessa. Contessa, it sounds like Contessa was leaning more to like, girl, basically, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, girl, what, like, are you saying that if your husband wants 10 kids, then she should have 10 kids? No, that's not what I'm saying, girl. That's really what you're saying. And like, and it's sad when Andy got to be the voice of reason on the stage. Girl, you sound a real Supreme Courtish right now, Drew. But I don't expect, and again, this is not to sound disrespectful, because I'm sure with, the amount of women that watch my channel, that some of you probably have the same way of thinking as Drew. I have 91% of people who watch my channel that identify as women, right? So, I know that Drew ain't the only one, so I don't want to come across as too disrespectful. I probably have already, but I just think that's a crazy way of thinking, especially when you start to factor in certain things. I can understand if Drew, Sanya, and her husband got together. Again, I cannot remember his name. That's why I keep referring to him as her husband. I mean, that's what he is, but I can't remember his name. Is his name Ross Rossi? Is his name Ross Ross? I don't know that man's name. But I could see if Sanya and her husband got together, and then she just was like, I'm just gonna get with this man for a ring, and girl, I ain't having no kids. And then she pulled the rug completely from underneath him. Then I could see that being like, damn, Sonya, girl, you did say you was gonna have you did say you was gonna have some kids. But based off Sonya's experience with her husband as it pertains to him being a father and a husband, girl, that part of the relationship, girl, he didn't do that well in, right? So why would she then turn around and have another baby? Why? Sonya would be an idiot if she did. Now, again, that doesn't mean that Sanya needs to divorce him or no shit like that, or, he just is trifling, low down, dirty, right now. But it means that, girl, I'm not having another baby. You gonna be happy you got your son. And another reason she gave was, maybe she focused on her career. And if you listen to her sister tell us all what we need to know. Girl, you don't need another baby. Because if Sanya acting like this, and not to, and this is listen to what I'm about to say. If Sanya is acting like this over one baby, and she need her whole family living with her, which ain't nothing wrong with that, and your sister is telling you, girl, you don't need no more children, then it's a reason why the sister is telling her, you don't need no more children, sis. Because Sanya is career driven, and that is nothing wrong with that. Girl, you got your son. Sit your ass down and be satisfied. Maybe you should have did a better job at showing me that, girl, you would step up to the plate. But because you didn't, girl, that gave me all the information I needed to know. And the shop is closed. I'm going to watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tomorrow. Because I don't have the energy right now. Hold up. I was sitting here looking at my girl. Why I started looking at clothes? Why I forgot that I was literally recording the video for like 5 seconds. I was really over here looking at clothes. Oh, girl. I got to get my haircut tomorrow, girl. My friend, Brittany, her birthday is tomorrow, so we're supposed to be going out for drinks, girl. Girl, I need y'all to give me 10 feet. Girl, I need y'all to give me 10 feet. I don't know none of these people. Y'all already know I don't like going around people I don't really know like that. Girl, you're not funny acting. Girl, I'm funny. I'm funny acting like that. I am. Girl, I don't know none of these people, girl. Give me 10. I will sit on the other side of the building, girl. Because, girl, the way that people walking around here with bumps and lumps all on their body, girl, I don't want none of it, honey. I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it, girl. I don't want none of it. Anyways, girl, we're supposed to be going out to have cocktails tomorrow. And I need to get my hair cut. And I was going to go to the mall today and try to find me something to wear. I don't know why I got to find something to wear when I don't go nowhere, girl. So I can really find something out of my closet. But I just need to, I don't want to be overdressed, but I don't want to be underdressed either. But they say it's better to be overdressed and feel like a fool than to be underdressed and look like one. That's what they say. I can find something I got something in my head already that I could wear. But I don't know. I kind of want to wear a blazer. You know that blazer I wore to New York? Some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But that blazer I had on with those sweats. I thought about wearing that. And like a distressed jean. Like, with the knees. Your knees pop out. The bust out knee. Whatever it's called. A little t-shirt and my little slides and going about my business. But I was like, I could probably wear like a little cute button down. And like some little jeans. You know what I'm saying? Throw some little slides on. Mama, I got some mules that I could wear. Because it's too hot. And I was like, girl, I can't really wear no blazer. I'm thinking about it now. It's too hot. It's too hot outside for that. So I'm going to probably just wear a button down. Throw a little man necklace, throw a little jerk, throw a little necklace on. Throw some little earrings on. Girl, throw my little mules on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not doing all that, girl. I'm going to throw a button down on. Throw some pants on. Throw some little jewelry on. Then go on and head out the door. It's too hot outside to be putting on clothes. Anyways, all right, y'all. What's this man's name? Iman. That's Tiana's husband. Tiana's husband. Iman Shumpert, is that how you pronounce his last name? Arrested for felony marijuana possession in Dallas airport. Neighbors get into this. Iman has been arrested for felony weed possession at a Dallas airport. According to TMZ, TSA found over 6 ounces of weed in his bag. Iman also tested positive for marijuana using a mobile breathalyzer. He also had a Glock magazine and 14 9mm rounds in his bag, but no gun. The report says that Iman tried pleading with officers to let him catch his flight back to Los Angeles so he could see his daughter, but the officer informed him that he wouldn't be making his flight and booked him in the airport jail. The charge is classified as a state jail felony meaning Iman could face up to 2 years behind bars and a $10,000 fine if convicted. This is the thing, right? And I know I'm about to piss some of y'all off what I'm about to say. Is it just weed? Yes. It is. It's just weed. It's just weed. It is just weed. Right? But I'm just trying to understand. Why are you taking your black ass? I keep telling y'all niggas be thinking y'all white and y'all gonna get away with shit. And they keep telling y'all and reminding y'all every day you are a nigga. Like, why are you taking your black ass to the airport with weed? Like, that's all I'm trying to, I'm like, what the fuck you thought was gonna happen when they found it? Like, I think at some point, like, even if it is just weed, like, you should know better. Yes, weed is legal in some places, but girl, if you don't know if it's legal, girl, don't bring it with you, honey. Iman got too much money to be worried about 6 ounces of weed. Girl, if you don't throw this shit in the trash can, and when you get to where you at, go find your local weed man, and you'll be all right. You're not gonna die. Your family not gonna suffer because you done threw 6 ounces of weed in the trash. You could at least put it in your checked-in bag. Something. I don't even know then. I don't feel sorry for you, man. Sorry. You're a grown-ass man. You walking through the airport, big and black. You're big and black. Big and black walking through the airport with 6 ounces of weed. Also had a Glock magazine and 14 9mm rounds in his bag, but no gun. So you got weed. Girl, first of all, you black, you're big, and you're tall. Then, girl, you got a Glock magazine, 14 9mm rounds in your bag, and no gun. And what the fuck y'all thought was gonna happen to that big black nigga? Like, come on. Like, let's be for real, y'all. Bitch, I be damn near scared to put batteries in my bag, okay? And quiet as it's kept, y'all know I'm a drinker, right? You know? So whenever I go out of town, especially if I do like a check bag, I usually wrap a bottle up and put it in my luggage, so I don't have to worry about going to the liquor store. So when I get to the room, honey, all I gotta do is unfold, a jacket or something that I wrap the bottle in, and girl, we can start partying like it's 1999. But sometimes if I don't do a check bag, I didn't know until probably like a year and a half ago, 2 years. I didn't even know you could take alcohol through the TSA. I didn't know that until I was at work one day. My friend was like, "Oh, you could take, like the little mini bottles." She was like, "Yes, it's the same thing as liquid. Like you just can't take over 3 ounces." And I don't know why that light bulb had never went off in my head, right? So now if I don't check in the bag, and I can't I don't know if a liquor store gonna be in the surrounding area, I will go to the liquor store and get me a couple of bottles of those little mini bottles and pump it on through to TSA. But it's just like, I just don't know why y'all do the shit that y'all do and then are surprised at the outcome. Now, of course, you got people all online talking about, oh, we got more important stuff to be worried about in the world, which we do, right? Because again, it's just weed, and we do have more important things to be concerned about. But baby, like, girl, you ought to know. Your big black ass went to the airport with the shit you got on you, and what you thought was gonna happen, sir? Girl, when you go to the airport, bitch, you better have your deodorant, some toothpaste, a toothbrush, your panties, a couple of t-shirts, some pants, and some shoes. And that's it. Okay? I don't be wanting no problems with nobody at the fucking airport. None. When I go with the shit that I need. Okay? And that's it. I don't want to be stopped by nobody. I don't want to be patted down. Oh, I did get patted down one time. Girl, it was so, when I say I almost started crying, that was the worst thing in the world. Have you ever had to be like fully patted down? Oh my God, it's like the worst thing in the world, girl. Maybe if the man would have been fine, I probably would have been happy and satisfied, but girl, he wasn't even cute. So I think that's part of the reason. That's part of the reason why I was pissed. Okay, if you gonna have a nigga touch me and have me opening up my legs and girl filling up my balls and all that, girl, you can at least get one of them niggas over there that said it ain't doing nothing. Girl, he could gladly, girl, reach between my legs and pull and feel beside my balls. But that one right there, I don't want that one. Next time y'all pull me over at the TSA, I want to pick the nigga I want to touch on me. Okay? Next time, and I think that should be the rule. If you're gonna pull me over at the TSA and say, "Sir, we gotta check you. You gotta open up your legs. We gotta feel between the creases of your thighs." That's fine, but girl, I want him. Don't bring her over here. Don't bring no bitch over here, okay? And don't bring that bad built nigga over here. I don't want him. I want him or him. One of them, they fine. Now let's go. You want to do it in the front or the back? We can go to the back. Yes. We can go to the back. We can go to the back. We can go to the back, John. You want to take these clothes off? Because I ain't got no problem taking these clothes off. Honey, I shower every time. Right before I go to the airport. So my ass and body is always clean. Okay? Anyways, child. So shout out to Iman and his mug shot. Wendy Williams isn't married to NYPD officer despite her recent claim. Rep says talk show host exaggerated due to excitement for a new relationship. Honey, I don't know what's going on. Lose something. Y'all know we love Wendy. For those who don't know, Wendy is like the girl who I look up to as far as this whole media stuff, right? Do I treat her like y'all treat Beyonce? No. Because some of y'all, a little psychotic. But nonetheless, she's still my girl. Last night when we were live, the girls told me that Wendy, they had broke the news. They broke the news to me. That Hollywood Unlocked had broke an exclusive that Wendy was married. Now, according to the Jasmine brand, she says Wendy Williams added a little twist to her new relationship. In a recent interview, Wendy Williams claimed she recently married a New York Police Department officer named Henry. Henry Williams. Wait, hold up. That was named Henry William Selby. Oh, I'm sorry. Named Henry. William Selby, Wendy Williams' manager, claimed Williams distributed a false information. That's inaccurate. She's excited about a new relationship and probably got carried away in conversation. Selby denied releasing information about Williams' mystery man's occupation. Wendy doesn't wish to disclose details at the moment. On Tuesday, August the 2nd, the 58-year-old called media personality Jason Lee of Hollywood Unlocked to inform him that she tied the knot. Jason Lee reflected on the conversation. Jason Lee shared, she says, "I'm married." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I got married." He added, I'm like, "You got married when?" She's like, "I got married last week." Lee also shared that following the media mogul getting married, she wanted her publicist to keep her entire family away from her except her son for at least a year. According to reports, Williams has a weakness for police officers. Yeah. A 2019 report alleged she was in a relationship with a former cop and criminal justice expert, Dr. Darren Porcher. However, Dr. Darren denied Williams' allegations. He admitted that it's flattering to hear, but it's not the case. Girl, I don't know, y'all. It's just like, I love Wendy to pieces, but girl, Wendy is Wendy is like a J-Lo. Wendy, J-Lo, and probably a lot of other women too are in the same boat. Can't be without a man. You would think the way that her ex-husband did her, honey, she wouldn't even want to girl, she wouldn't even want no nigga looking at her quiet as it's kept. Honey, the way that Kevin did her, I don't even know why she would even want a man to even glance in her direction. Do you hear me? Because I would still be pissed off about that. But that's Auntie Wendy, honey. She want her a man. Girl, I saw that clip y'all was talking about. I thought one of y'all was lying, honestly. Y'all told me that Wendy was in the Louis Vuitton store asleep. It didn't look bad to me. To me, and I'm not making excuses up for Wendy. It looked just like a rich black woman who was taking a nap. That's what it looked like to me. I didn't get nothing from it. Like, it wasn't nothing like messy. I felt like that needs to be reported. It was kind of like, oh, Wendy Williams was sleeping. Girl, it's not. Now she would have been sleeping a dollar store. Ain't nothing wrong with the dollar store. We was just at the dollar store the other day, but ain't nothing wrong with the dollar store. But maybe if she was taking a nap in a lawn chair at the dollar store or the Five Below or Family Dollar or Dollar General, right? Then girl, we might could have a conversation. Girl, y'all know Wendy was at the dollar store sleeping in a lawn chair? Girl. But girl, Wendy was at the Louis Vuitton store. Girl, so taking a nap. So I didn't really see, girl, I didn't really see it. It's not that bad to me. It's not that bad to me. However, girl, I want Auntie I think what it is, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, as much as I think that a lot of us are rooting for Wendy to come back based off of what we have seen over the last couple of months, and even the new footages. Shout out to the footages, the new footage that was released, or the new footage that happened to be floating around the internet the other day. I think some guys had stopped Wendy, and Wendy was in the back of her car, and Wendy just seemed way off. So I think that at this point, like, we're gonna have to just accept. Maybe I'm talking to myself. I'm just gonna have to accept that Wendy is going through some things, and I think that she just needs to focus on herself, focus on her health. She got her money, and I think she just needs to call it a day. Would it be nice to hear Wendy back, girl, talking about people? Absolutely, right? But based off what I've seen, I don't think it's happening anytime soon. Shout out to Wendy Williams. She's the best that ever did it, in my opinion. All right, y'all. That's it. Who is this? Tyler Perry pays Cicely Tyson $1 million for 1 day of work. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. That's more than nice. I took care of Miss Tyson for the last 15 years of her. Oh, I took care of Miss Tyson for the last 15 years of her life. Tyler got some fucked up ways. Okay? Tyler got some fucked up ways. Don't ever think that he don't. But his good probably outweigh his bad, even though he still got some bad. But his good probably outweigh his bad. I will say that much. Some people would still question, have a debate for that, but I mean, girl, it is what it is. Um, Tyler Perry opened up about making sure legendary actress Cicely Tyson was well compensated for her work. Film and television mogul Tyler Perry shared his love for her in a recent interview and also revealed his determination to make her feel valued after a storied career. I've never said this publicly, but I took care of Miss Tyson for the last 15 years of her life. That's really, 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 really a great thing. She was a proud woman, and the only reason why I mentioned this is because she wrote it in her book. This woman has done so many amazing things, but she wasn't well compensated for it. She made $6,000 for Sounder, I wanted to make sure she knew there were people out here who valued her. Perry shared how much he paid Tyson when she came to the set for his 2007 film, Why Did I Get Married, for 1 day. She was in I own that movie. I got that movie right in my closet. I still got all my DVDs, child. She was in Why Did I Get Married? What was she? I don't remember her in Why Did I Get Married? So she did 1 day of work on my 2007 film, Why Did I Get Married? Who was she in Why Did I Get Married? Oh, was she the mom? Was she his wife's mama in the movie? Was she Tyler Perry's wife's mama in the movie? Or his mama in the movie? I can't remember. I love working with her, and it makes me feel great that I was in a position to give this incredible woman some security in her latter years. That's really, really commendable. That's commendable. Shout out to Tyler Perry. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all girls and boys. Probably tomorrow when I do the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills review. All right. Bye, y'all.